Hello fellow cabinet makers and welcome to today's project. Today we'll be drafting these base kitchen cabinets and also discussing in depth how you can make big cabinetry project without using CNC machines. So let's go over the project summary. So there will be no uppers for this cabinet because of the sloped ceiling. Base cabinet only. Looking at the photo, the left wall is 111 inches long, the back wall is 118 inches across, and the right wall is 118 inches long. The sketch is what the client gave me for what they want. This is going on the same house as the one you just finished, so use the same two door style, beaded frames and insert doors again. Please make sure you have at least 16mm of insert on face frames from inside face of the cabinet side. This is to allow the insert hinges to fit. Please do those ones with 1/8 gap on all sides of the doors and drawers. So again, he went ahead and talked about colors, but as a drafting person, that one does not bother me. So this is the image that the client provided, showing the different cabinets that will be installed. On the corners, he uses Lazy Susan which are 3 inches long, then dishwasher and sink base, another Lazy Susan, and so forth and so forth. Again, this is the image of what I believe the cabinet maker here wanted me to do. I've been working with this client for some time and I really enjoy working with him. So those are the inches. Again, I believe those ones are Bloom, but you can buy them on Rockler hardware or any other hardware. They are very famous. So clip top inches. So without wasting any time, let's jump into the design and start the project. So the first thing that I'm going to do here is just making the walls, and right on I just discovered that the dimension that the cabinet maker provided and the dimension that the homeowner shared with the cabinet maker are two different dimensions, but that did not bother me a lot because again, we have a very close communication system with my clients, so just fix that problem right on. So again, when I decided drafting this cabinet, I discovered that those Lazy Susan corner cabinets have a little bit small doors. So right now I'm just trying to figure out how I can make those doors a little bit bigger, like 12 inches. And after tweaking settings for some times and drawing again and again, I just discovered that those doors will have to be 9 inches wide, because otherwise the cabinet on the left or right side will need to be shallower than 24 inches deep. So I just decided to use what the client provided and just proceed with my job with this, which is drafting. So let's go back to the main discussion in today's project, which is how you can make big cabinetry project without using CNC if you don't have CNC machines and those expensive machinery. Those machines are mainly made to ease and increase the production process, but if you don't have them, for example, this client of mine doesn't have those big machines, and we have been working together and making project turnarounds very fast. And how do you do so? So as a draft person, the most important thing is to make the drafting and the drafting process fast on my end, and also try to include all the notes as provided. So another thing that my client usually does is he doesn't build the doors and the drawer front, he only builds the face frames and the cabinet boxes. This is also another short way to finish your project a little bit faster without those machineries, as you are only measuring on the cabinet boxes alone. I will be leaving the link to the shop that the cabinet maker, this one particularly, buys the custom build doors, in case you just want to follow this way of making cabinets. Back to the design again. So right now what I'm doing is I'm trying to increase those door face frames so that they can accommodate that 16mm that my client mentioned he wanted. So again, that is what I am doing. Remember, on the message that he clearly mentioned to me that he wanted the face frames to be beaded, that is to be shaped at the corners, I believe, using a handled router, or I believe it is only handled router that you can use, but I didn't do that because again, for the drafting you can just mention those details, because this is not an interior design process where you have to show the client the shop drawings, which is what I'm making. You just have to be able to know, the other people in the shop need to be able to know what they are going to make. So I just didn't see the need to waste more time and delay my clients with late deliveries making those small changes, but the project just turned out well. So what I'm doing right now is I'm trying to make the table saw cutting diagrams. As I mentioned earlier, my client uses a table saw and handle tools. So what I'm doing here is I'm making the cutting diagrams for the 8x4 feet sheets so that he can be able to cut those ones a little bit faster on the table saw. So after making those few changes there, just went ahead and started adding the dimensions to the cabinet, and also mentioning some of the things that I have done on the model, on the design, so that they are kept in mind during the fabrication process. Again, this is important thing because now you have already taken care of all things. And again, back to our main conversation, how you can make big cabinetry project a little bit faster. This is a clear way to do so, because if you have a detailed shop drawings and notes included in the shop drawings mentioning what modification or what changes have been made, once on assembly, you will not be wasting time thinking about small details that you need to take care of, because those ones have already been taken care of. If guys, you do want someone to help you out in your shop, feel free to let me know, and you can go back to our website finellineworkdrawings.com. Currently I'm just offering recurring monthly payment where you just pay once, and I'll be working on unlimited project for you with 72 hours or less turnaround. So you can head out to my website finellineworkdrawings and make your order. Back to the design again. Here just adding the elevation views and the dimensions, so that the process is a little bit faster. So right now what I am trying to do is I'm making the purchased part list, so that the cabinet maker can easily reference the sizes of the door that is going to buy, because I have not indicated those dimensions on the shop drawings. Otherwise the shop drawing will be overcrowded and make it hard to read and reference a little bit faster. So I just make the CSV file and also attach the part list on the back of the page, just for easy reference for the cabinet maker to reference which doors he can buy, or we can also just decide to send those CSV files to the custom door manufacturer and make those the doors. So back again to the shop drawings. Right now what I'm doing, I'm just finishing up the drawings and exporting the PDF file so that the cabinet maker can use those ones. Apart from the shop drawings, I also do include things like the SketchUp 3D model for them to easily reference the model in case there's something that I might have missed on the drawings. Some things just do happen. So I also include things like the CSV files and the tables or cutting diagrams. Finally, the cut list for each cabinet in case they just need to reference something or which part belongs to which cabinet. So after making those things, I just zip them and share them to the cabinet maker. Thank you guys for watching. If you like this content, don't forget to like and subscribe.